Hello, I'm going to show you how we use our Smart Assessor system to enable you to complete all of your work throughout the duration of your apprenticeship. When your tutor comes out and completes your enrolment visit, you will have access to Smart Assessor. Smart Assessor is an e-portfolio system, and this will link all of your work to be achieved and all the visits that you have done throughout your couple of years completing your technologies apprenticeship. When you click on the learning plan, it will show you everything that you need to do and any upcoming visits that are due. At the very bottom, we'll always have your induction visit. This will detail the date that your induction visit was, and this will list all the work that you need to achieve whilst you do your apprenticeship. If you click on this arrow, it will expand and list all the activities to be achieved throughout the duration. We would ask that you go right down to the bottom because this is your starting point. We know this learner or apprentice was due to be enrolled in October, and we know that because remember, if we go back to the top, it shows the 29th of October up here. Therefore, the next target date to achieve all this apprentice's work will be the 29th of November. And we can see that we have got 5 pieces of work to achieve by the 29th of November. Your tutor, every time they come out, will check this to ensure the work has been achieved. I'm going to explain what you need to do with the work and which pieces of evidence you need to upload and which ones you do not. There are 3 different types. We have the word activity, POE and OTJ. An activity is asking you to complete work, but you do not need to upload the work. And we do only have 2 of these, I believe. Just checking. Yes, we only have 2 of these. So, for example, this one here is asking you to complete the Prevent Awareness course. You will be given a link by your tutor to complete the Prevent Awareness course. At the end of the course, when you have passed the multiple choice exam, you will be given a certificate. We do not need to have that uploaded. We do not need to have the evidence uploaded. However, your tutor might ask you to show them the certificate when they come out to see you. So please do save the certificate and hold on to that. The next one is a POE, which is also known as a Portfolio of Evidence. When you head into endpoint assessment, you will be interviewed on your Portfolio of Evidence. So anything that says POE are items of evidence that you will be uploading throughout the duration of your apprenticeship that you will be interviewed on at some point at the end of your apprenticeship when you're in endpoint assessment. So please ensure that you are fully competent within the area that you're uploading, so you understand the work that you're uploading and ensure that it is your work. Portfolio of evidence is a vital part to show progression throughout the duration. So if you do not understand what it is that you need to upload, please do ask myself or your tutor and we can guide you further and support. This one, for example, when you hover over each one, it tells you what to do. So it's asking you to create and upload a Gantt chart for your apprenticeship journey. Complete the OTJT activity form. So you need to do 2 things. You need to complete the Gantt chart and upload it by clicking on the evidence button. And when you've done it, don't forget it's asking us to complete the OTJ form. That is here. Okay, so what you would then do is once you've uploaded that Gantt chart here, you would then click on this form here, and this is pre-populated for you what it is that you have done. So it will tell you what your name is, what the course is, your start and end date for the course, who your tutor is, who we are, and it will tell you here that you have completed a project management tool, which is the Gantt chart. You then need to click in here what day you completed it, how many hours it took you. You then write what you learned and how this will benefit you in your apprenticeship. Once you have done that, you then click this button in here and you press save. Your tutor will then come out. They will check the evidence of the Gantt chart that you have uploaded, and they will provide you some feedback. They will also check that the information that you have completed on that form is sufficient and it meets the compliance funding rules. If they are happy, they will sign it all off, and this is a traffic light system, so that will then turn green. You will then work your way up and complete the same POE the same way. So you will upload the evidence, you will complete the form. The next one is OTJT. So this is asking you to learn about the role of an NDT engineer. And when you hover over here, it gives you a little bit more information. So it's asking you to spend time direct with your own line manager regarding an NDT engineering functions and the role of an engineer. So once you've done that, it will ask you then just to complete the form. It is not asking you to upload any evidence. So to confirm activity, we're asking you to complete what it's asking you to do, but we do not need to see evidence for it, and there is no form for you to complete. POE is very important. Please ensure the evidence is your work and you're fully able to explain and describe the work when you're going to be interviewed in 2 years' time. We expect you to upload the evidence, and once it's uploaded, we expect you to complete the form and tell us what you've learned. And your OTJ, you do not need to upload any evidence. You simply need to do your research and complete the off-the-job learning form. You will then continue to do this month by month. So if we look up here, this apprentice, they're going to be inducted on the 29th of October. Their first learning visit will be on the 20th of November. So when I come out on the 20th of November, I would expect some of these targets to have been achieved at this point, because you will have had 3 weeks to have done some of these target dates. You may not have achieved them all, and that's perfectly okay. But we will be following it up on the 29th to ensure that the work has been achieved. Once that November visit has been completed up here on the 20th, you would then have another visit appear above showing you your December date. So after the 20th of November, you would then go back down to your induction visit. Hopefully all these will have been done. And then you will look at what you need to do in December. So here we've got 2 off-the-job activities for you to do. So if you remember, that is research and completing these 2 forms. And here we've got an activity, which means no evidence to be uploaded and no form to complete. To minimize this, you just click back on this arrow and it will condense it all down for you. To find out what learning it is that you will be doing every month, if you go up to each visit, so if I see this apprentice on the 20th of November, I would click the arrow and here it will tell me what learning I'm going to have. So I'd have learning on product tech with question and answer. In December, it will probably have your first lot of learning on your first chosen method. And then we're going to January, February, and so forth. So at some point, you will have all your visits throughout the whole duration of your apprenticeship on this page. But please do remember, it's always your induction visit that lists all your homework that you need to achieve in between your visits. Some apprentices do like to work their way up, and you may start filling in work that isn't due in for another few months. That is okay for you to do. We would ask that you double check with your tutor first to ensure that they are happy for you to skip ahead and complete work that is not yet due in. The reason being that we may need to deliver learning on this before you actually complete your work. So what we do not want to do is for you to complete the work and then we have to ask you to add to it or do it again because it is incorrect, because that will be giving you extra unnecessary homework to achieve. So yes, you can do that, but double check with your tutor first. I hope that has explained how to use the system when you're achieving your work. If you do have any queries or questions, please reach out to your tutor. Alternatively, you also have my email address. You can also email myself and one of us will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.